Welcome. This is the Strength of Field race from the Mustang GT4 Challenge Fix Series at Watkins Glen.
Estimated strength of field is
2026 Season 3, Week 2.
2,968.
We are the 2
Get
car
clean. The
in
end
a
today
20 car field, I
38.5.
believe. Qualified with a 54 flat, which wasn't great. I think there was a 53.7 in there, but we messed up in turns 9 and 10 on our first lap and kind of underdrove the bus stop on the second lap. Otherwise, it was a cleaner lap. So we're starting 6th, rolling to the start here. Starting outside at Watkins isn't that bad. You've just got to protect into turn 1 like you would any track and get single filed in time for the S's. We get a decent launch. The car behind us does not. The 13 car to our inside also gets a pretty good start. He's got a little bit of overlap going into turn 1. Not sure how hard he's going to send it, so we give him room. Probably could have driven a lot deeper into the corner and maybe even eaten the 1X to protect 6th place, but we back off here and fall in the line in 7th. Just interested in keeping up in the draft. Up ahead from 2nd place, Weston has a huge slide and actually brushes the barrier on the right side, but does a great job to save it.
Oh Lord, help me.
That kind of bunches everyone up going into the bus stop on lap 1. We see them looking to go 3 wide. Everyone does a good job to get through that. Actually roll into the back of the 13 car there. We were just able to carry more speed there. He might have been taking it really easy. Lap 1, cars side by side ahead of us. Wasn't really trying to push too hard there, but little light contact. We check up going into the next corner, which gives Kevin the outside, and therefore the inside for turn 7. And I just cannot fight that in lap 1, so we fall behind him to avoid losing more positions. Not too worried about Kevin getting ahead of me. I know that he'll be able to fight through the cars ahead of us, and we might be able to take advantage of that and follow him up through the pack. Already ahead, we can see Kyle's pulled a large gap over 2nd place. We've lost 2 positions, but it's still better than the last Strength of Field race at Watkins in the series. I had to pull over lap 1 because of a wheel failure, which was unfortunate because that was maybe the strongest Mustang field I'd ever been part of, but we did not even make it 1 lap. This time we do, and we're in 8th place, getting used to seeing the back of Kevin's car the last few weeks.
1.588.
Pretty much the whole field is still in line at this point.
That was really fun at the start, guys. That was insane. That was scary. You went 3 wide in the bus stop.
No one's taking a look into the bus stop this time. We were a little soft that lap on entry, and we got a weird bounce on the exit curb. Take a little too much curve on the inside of turn 6 and get a little loose on the exit. I'm pushing at this point to make sure that I don't lose the draft of the cars ahead. We also have to hope that the 13 can keep up with the 4 cars in front of him. Leave it in 3rd gear that time. It's very between 3rd and 4th. I find a little more stability staying in 3rd, but I'm not sure if it's really the 3rd gear to be in that corner.
54.457.
A little bit of a gap has opened up behind us. We've got a 2nd over 9th place, Travis. if we can get a good run following Kevin, we might be able to completely separate from the potential draft of the cars behind us, which would be great. Looks like no one's going to really have another run going to the bus stop this lap. We're a bit better through the bus stop that lap, but still a bit careful. The 13 car goes pretty wide on the exit of the carousel and brakes really early and takes this wide line to the next corner. Kevin goes for it right away, gets the position. I didn't really see that move developing in the moment, or else I would have tried to follow Kevin on the inside. But I was way too far back to try to fill that space. So the positions have swapped. Thankfully, we didn't lose too much time to the cars ahead of us. I believe Kevin can still catch up using the draft to 5th place. Positions have switched behind us too, so we have a pretty safe gap out back.
54.393. Just set your fastest lap of the session.
We get a huge run through turn 1, but there's no place to go, so I breathe the throttle a little bit and fall in line. This turned out to be way too large of a lift. Looking back, maybe I should have gone left and tried to make it side by side through the S's, or given a direct bump draft. It just cost me so much momentum and an opportunity to pass into the bus stop, but we maintain an 8th place for now. I was a little worried that we were going to lose touch with Kevin. The 13 goes a bit wide in the carousel again.
That was fantastic. Appreciate it.
Kind of opens the door just like he did the previous lap, and we do a half bid, but the door is closing on us. We're trying to use up all the curb, kind of bounce, and can't complete the pass.
Clear.
Can you stop trying to spin me? Just overtake me normally.
During the race, I had no idea where that comment came from. Maybe it was referring to the lap 1 rear contact, but I don't know.
It's like the first time you pushed up against my rear tire, just doing normal overtake.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the other 2 times would have been, but you know, in the driver's seat, I can tell he's getting frustrated, and you know, I tend to race really calmly, so I, you know, see it as an opportunity to take advantage of someone getting a little flustered, and know that they're going to be more distracted by me being behind them and see me as more of a potential threat than focus on driving properly. We give the 13 a nice scare into turn 11, close up really closely.
Sorry about that mini bend.
No way to make a pass there, but just trying to stay close and keep ourselves directly in his mirrors.
55.032.
He misses turn 1 again. The most unfortunate thing about failing to make that overtake is just now that we've completely lost 6th place. But we still have a pretty safe gap behind us. I'm not really a fan of making overtakes into the bus stop, but we got a little bit of overlap. I assume he's going to
Keep to the right.
really send it in pretty hard, and we don't want to take too much curve on the right side, so we back off. Again, just trying to scare him a little bit. We're a lot better through the carousel like we were lap 1, and he checks up a little bit in the exit, so we have another little look onto the inside, but try not to run into the side of him. We kind of back off quite a bit, and he's able to maintain position on the outside.
Stay on the left. Still there.
Giving each other room through this corner, trying not to let the 9 car get to the inside of me. We're able to do a little crossover and have a run going to turn 8, but it's a deceptively difficult corner to pass in. It sets you up really poorly to be on the outside of turn 9.
Keep to the
He
right.
gives me room though, but We probably could have gotten on the throttle and opened up the corner a lot more looking at the out-of-car view, but during the race I had no idea how close he was to the left side. So we fall back into 8th place and are in the same position we were a lap ago. This time, the 3-car battle for 7th place. Just under 5.5 minutes to go at this point, which is 3 or 4 laps here. The pack ahead of us has completely disappeared. They're just driving faster and have the draft advantage, plus we've been battling a little bit.
55.796.
All of us got through turn 1 pretty well, so no one has a great run into the bus stop again. We show the nose a little bit looking into the bus stop, but we back off. Take too much curb and take a 1X, which is a place where they've changed the track limits since the last time we've raced here. The 13 goes a little wide again in the carousel. It has a little bit of a slower exit too, so another opportunity to go inside perhaps. He does stay out wide and doesn't defend. Trying to roll it as tight to the inside as possible. We actually hook the curb and it sends us bouncing and loose to the right side of the track. We make contact with the front end of the 13, which probably didn't make him very happy. Thought we were going to get sent into the next corner, but he does back off. However, we have the 9 car to our side now. We have a little bit better position than we did the previous lap, going into turn 8 on the inside, but we have to be really sure to get through this corner as best we can. Take a little bit of an earlier apex and try to use up all of the track, really commit to staying on the left side of the track. Knew the bump was coming, we take it square and are able to stay tight in turn 9 into 7th place. They're side by side behind me, battling for 8th place. 2 laps to go. Just wanted to focus on hitting my marks and driving away from them. The next car ahead of us was more than 3 seconds up the road, so it would take probably a huge mistake or some contact ahead to make up more positions. The cars behind sorted out and are still close enough to take advantage of my draft, so I am really trying to push. I'm hoping the 9 car looks to make a move going into the bus stop and slows them down even more. He doesn't do that, so they are able to close up a little bit, but I thought if the gap was more than half a second at the start-finish line, we'd be able to hold on. Cars ahead do back up a little bit. I saw just a glimpse of them going side by side into this corner. So I'd really like to have been up there battling with them for the whole race, but kind of shot myself in the foot from qualifying poorly to begin with, and then just took it too easy by giving up positions on the first couple laps. In only a 15-minute race, you've got to really fight for everything you can get. This isn't my favorite track for short races. Like I've said, it just doesn't create enough separation. Great for endurance and multi-class. Last lap, we do have a half second on the 13 car. Thankfully the 9 isn't right up on him and able to push as hard, so he definitely has no chance going into the next corner. So focusing on getting through the bus stop pretty well without taking a slowdown or letting the car bounce too much over the curbs. Turn in a little late though. we got a decent exit and keep it tidy through the carousel. No side-by-side ahead of us right now. The car behind gets a little loose, I think. We actually make a pretty good time on the 5 car. I'm not sure if he had some damage or made a little mistake, but still 2.5 seconds ahead of us coming to the end here. And like that, we finished 7th place. Not too bad. Would have liked to have started in the top 5 and battled with the cars ahead, but we're able to have a good race of our own. Made a pass. We didn't have any real accidents. Yeah, overall okay race. Kind of standard for Watkins Glen. Might do a few more this week. I will not be participating in Le Mans or Laguna Seca. I just don't have those tracks licensed, and I'm not really interested in getting them right now. So I'll be on a bit of a hiatus from this series, but yeah, let's look at the results. It was a 29.88 strength of field, top of 3 splits. That 7th place finish gave us 122 championship points. After week 1 at VIR, we were 9th overall and 4th in Division 1. I did one other race other than the SOF race and finished 2nd, but it did not result in a better points day. We'll see where we end up at the end of this week. Thanks for watching.